Hello and welcome to my video today. Today I'm going to go over a project I started working on. My goal for it is a AI agent for ERP system. I'm using Odoo, which is an open source ERP system that has a CRM, I think enterprise. I don't even know what ERP stands for, to be honest, but it's for your inventory, your prices, enterprise, something. CRM is customer retention management, customer relationship management, something like that, to be honest. Anyway, so Odoo has, they have like a commercial version, but also, and I signed up for like one application that you get for free, and then the rest, like for more, you have to pay. But you can, I set it up using Docker locally, and then I have access to all these, and then I can host it myself, but it's just on like a local host. And yeah, and then you make an account with the database, or like you set it up with Docker, and then when it's first launch it, you make an account, and you can put like sample data. So when I activate something, it gives me a bunch of sample data. Invoices, inventory is nice. Products, and then I can go, I don't know, pedal bin. No, like it is already set up because then I have to like try to add a bunch of stuff to test it. So I wanted to like kind of learn this software itself, and I thought it could be pretty useful to have because it has like a chatbot here, but to make my own. So I made this little AI assistant, and so it says, how many do we have of panel veneer? And it gives it like the answer. And so you can access like the contacts. So I can say what are our current leads? Enter. It has a loading symbol. Before I was just like stuck, but now it like kind of shows it's loading, which is a little more user friendly because sometimes is it frozen? Is it frozen? So it takes a second. It calls to Claude API, Anthropic API Claude. And see, okay, there we go. We see I'll retrieve the current leads from the CRM system. Looking at the leads data, here's a summary of the current leads. New stage, ID1, design, and then it has the information. Obviously, this could be given a little more clear. So some of this like front end UI could be optimized. But yeah, so let's see, like provide an example of a stale lead that should be followed up with soon. Okay, well, that's thinking. I'll go to the code here. We have so this is the Docker composed YAML. So it has the version. So this is to set up the Docker, or like the Odoo Docker instance. We have config, stuff like that. And then this add-ons is like you have to actually install it. So this is just like, again, I just use cursor, of course. But you have the model view, and the front end for the actual chat that you have to, like in the app. I'll show that as well. And then is the Python code that this is the connecting, like grabbing the data from the Odoo, because Python is using Python to connect it with giving it the permissions of my like Odoo database. What else here? So this is the Odoo instance, my like password Odoo. connect to the Odoo, get Odoo context. So this is like, so you can have access to, okay, what's in stock right now, and then it'll say, okay, according to what I know, this is enlisted. And then here's the Anthropic API call, and I have the prompt here. I just used it with cursor, so it's creating itself with Claude. But it works pretty good. I haven't really even tweaked the prompt. And so that's good. And I'm using this version, this model of Claude, because it's cheaper for testing. The Sonnet might work better, like, smarter. And then what else did I want to say? Yeah, and I started trying to get it to write the data. So I could say, oh, can you update the inventory of this wood plank or whatever? And so far it can, and it updates in this, in the database, and it says, yeah, it updated, but it doesn't show in this user interface. But if I ask the data here, it'll again read its own updated data, and it works. So, okay, let me analyze the leads and identify a stale lead that requires immediate follow-up. A prime example of a stale lead is the modernized old offices. Let's try to find out. Modernized here. Okay. Go like this. Modernize old. Well, I can't seem to find it, but I don't know should be here. These are the leads, but whatever. Let's read this first. Lead ID number. What are these? Modern open space ID. Well, maybe I can ask how to find it, because some of anyways, let me just read through here. Key lead information from the database. Why is this a stale lead? Create over a month ago. Low probability suggests lack of recent engagement. High potential revenue. Makes it worth pursuing. Currently in proposition stage without progression recommended. Reach out email to confirm their interest. Understand any hesitations. Provide updated proposal or additional information. Consider a direct phone call if email, blah, blah, blah. So it gives quite nice suggestions. So I think that's kind of nice, for sales, for example, or even I had what are some outstanding invoices? And it gave me a list. And I said, oh, okay, how can I get people to pay their invoices on time? And it gave suggestions if they pay within 15 days, they get a little bit of discount instead of 30. It gave suggestions for incentives to pay on time. And I feel it could be good with pricing, okay, we have what are the margins, what are this, and then give feedback. And another thing I was thinking would be cool is to say how can I find this lead in my dashboard system? And sometimes it remembers, but let's just give it the context again, just for good measure. Because sometimes it will say, yeah, I can find, but what lead? But sometimes it works, but let's just do this again. Let's see here. So dashboard. Okay, let's see. To find modernized lead in your Odoo dashboard, you will want to use the following details. Unique identifier information, lead name, okay, blah, 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 proposition stage, navigation steps in CRM model, okay, go to CRM model. Then sales, my pipeline says, then click on leads or pipeline. Oh, okay. This is my pipeline. Yeah. Search methods, use the search bar, type modernize. Let's delete this one though, but it modernize. my spelling wrong. Pipeline. Generate leads. New. All. Reporting. Pipeline. Oh, nice. Looks nice. Search. Use the search bar. Filter stage prepositions. Create date. Anyway, so maybe it's in the database, but not in the front end here, for example, because the setting up the Odoo sample data created a bunch. So maybe this is accessing more than I can see, or I'm just can't figure it out. But either way, it's okay. And let's just find a different one. But yeah. Yeah, so I think it's nice if it can give you steps. Okay, well, let me walk you through the exact steps to locate this lead in your interface. So I think that's nice to like help learn or onboarding for software. It can help for quickly, I'm in one page and I want to see the next page. I could even have it clickable here. Let's see, products. So, yeah, so it seems to be working pretty good for now. Definitely room for improvement for writing the database, the user or like the description here, the text out. But yeah, it's been fun little project. And let me know what you think. And yeah, sounds good. Subscribe, and until next time, bye for now.